Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to start off the show a little bit different because it's my show, and I want to start it off different just because I feel like I want to. Okay. One thing I learned about life, you never know what might happen to you in this life. You don't know what sickness might come to you. You don't know who's going to leave before who these days. We got parents burying children and not children burying their parents. We have people that have no value of life and are killing at alarming rates because they feel the need to kill and want to kill. What sense does that make? We have no value on anything of importance anymore. We don't value each other. We don't value others. We treat others like they're nobody. And it's not right. We have to do better, people. We have to be fair. Like I say, you never know who you might need before you leave this earth. You never know who you might have to call in the midnight hour to do you a favor. So be careful on how you treat your fellow man. Remember, love is the key that breaks every chain. With that being said, let's get into the episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Food for the Soul. I hope everyone had a great weekend. Today, March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I hope y'all got on y'all green so you won't get pinched. Let me tell you about back in the day when it comes to that pinching thing. Man, look here. We have some girls that'll take you and grab your flesh and wring it. And leave a mark. You talking about a bad pinch? Man, that was the worst pinch ever. And shout out to Ruby and James Gatton, Stacy, Jennifer, and Jason, to my niece and nephew. Love all your guys. And shout out to Dr. Sandy Hill, who got me started on Blog Talk Radio. I hope everyone is enjoying the rain in South Carolina today. It's not a cold rain. It's like a warm kind of rain, which is a good thing. Get ready and buckle up for the ride. It's going to be great on Food for the Soul. Our people perish because of the lack of knowledge. Since it's St. Patty's Day, menu, corned beef and cabbage, black and tan pork with spicy ale slaw, Irish potato and chive casserole, drink Irish cream, dessert Guinness and chocolate cheesecake. You can find these recipes on my blog, Food for the Soul. I put them up every day, different recipes, and please check them out. Today's show is going to cover a few topics, and the first topic is disobedience. Lack of ordinance or refusal to comply, disregard or transgression. Today's topic is about disobedience. I picked disobedience because disobedience can be very costly. I was reading the story about a dude that got eaten by an alligator, but it was clearly his fault. Not being funny, but the people at the hotel told them that you should not go swimming in the river because it's infested with alligators. But some people just hard-headed. They say, you know what? The heck with the rules. We can do what we want to do. We're going to go for a swim. Now you're a midnight snack. That's the alligator sucking his teeth. Good. Disobedience can be very expensive. Never play games. Always tell the truth. Never lead anyone on. If you know your intentions is to not be in that person's best interest, do not lead them on like you want a relationship or you got their best interest at heart or, this is going to be a long-term relationship thing. I'm going to love you to the end. If you know you're going to love that person until you get through using them, don't do that. It's going to cost you in the end. Never play games with a person's feelings or their heart because it can get you killed or missing in action or they can't find you nowhere. Don't do that. Please do not play games with people. These women and men are not playing with you anymore. If you get caught up in some foolishness and lose your life behind this thing of thinking you outsmarting somebody, don't do that. Please don't do that. Have value for your life. You don't want to get shot for no reason. The truth never hurts. Tell a person it's just a booty call, a sex thing. I don't really like you like that, but, we can hook up at night at your place, my place, hotel, Holiday Inn, what I'm saying? Motel, hotel, Holiday Inn. If you start, I'm just playing. But anyway, please be careful and always tell the truth. That way, if you tell a person the truth, it can't come back and bite you in the behind. Because they already know this is what it is. There's no feelings here. This is the rules. This is how it's going to go down. And that's it. Listen to those around you and don't think they don't want to see you happy. Like I said, this show is about disobedience. If your friends and family telling you, hey, this is not a good person for you, you need to leave this alone. Don't go, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. No, you getting too old to be trying to play these games and trying to show everybody you right. Who you trying to prove something to? You a fool. Or you acting foolish. And that's not a good thing to be foolish in your 30s. In your 20s, you got plenty more time to be foolish and play around. But in your 30s, your time is clicking. And your time is almost out. So you got to make every decision count for something. You have to. So your family and friends telling you, hey, man, I don't think this person good for you. I think they're about games. You need to be obedient and don't not think they want to see you happy. They want to see you happy, but you got to be happy with the right person, not the person that you trying to show everybody else that, you know what, this is the person that I need to be with. The heck with y'all, and disobedience is very expensive. Sometimes it can be too expensive. If you have to do extra, sometimes extra is not worth it. Like, if you put more into the relationship than the other person, to them it has no value, and to you it does. So it has to be equal. A relationship is a partnership. It can't be one-sided. It can't be, I bring the salt and the pepper and the food and the plates and the table and the chairs. You got to bring some. I mean, if I got hot dogs and you bring buns, look, we even. This is a partnership. If I got ketchup, you got mustard. If you got the chips, I got the dip. If you got the forks, I got the spoons. If you got the napkins, I got the trash can. It's a partnership. We all doing equal parts to make this thing work together. If I got a problem and I need to talk to you about something, and you listen and you give good feedback, that's a partnership. That's where partnerships start from. The small things. First is a friendship, then a relationship, and then we go into other aspects of the greater, getting married. You cannot skip everything and get married and not be friends and you wonder why 6 months down the road, this is not the greatest love of your life because you never took the time to invest in the beginning. You skip all the steps because you want to feel good and you want to make a Facebook post of pictures. We are so in love. Know when to cut the cost. It's important in all business aspects to know if it's costing too much. I need to know when to get out of this thing. Listen to your wallet. If this person is costing you more than it's worth, you gotta let this go. If you always gotta pay for everything, the food, the transportation, the entertainment, the drinks, you can come out better just doing it by yourself. I'm just saying it gotta be a give and take situation. We in a bad economy. Things are expensive. I mean gas like $3.50 a gallon. Food ain't cheap. A bag of apples like $5-6. I mean, come on. Let's get it together. Look at the long-term effect of things. If you know this thing is not going to lead where you want it to go in the beginning, cut it off before it becomes a nuisance. In other words, I'm saying, if you know this thing is not going to go to the place you expect it to go, if it's not going to prosper you, or it's going to be an investment to you, cut it off before it gets too far out of hand. It's better to let somebody go in a week or two than to try to let them go in 6 months, a year down the road, when you really see how messed up and jacked up this thing we got going on is really going on. This ain't happening. Let it go before it's too late. Like, cut your costs. Let it go. Sometimes it's good to be by yourself. I know you want somebody to hold you at night and all that good stuff, but is it really worth it? Sometimes when you spend your time with the wrong person, God can't bless you with the right person because He's not going to bring somebody in your mess. So sometimes it's good to be by yourself. Get to know yourself. Get to love yourself for you. Get to know you. If you cannot have a relationship with yourself, how are you going to have a relationship with somebody else? Your relationship with yourself dictates how your relationship with somebody else is going to go. Wow. I like that. Rewind, playback. Your relationship with yourself is how it dictates your relationship with somebody else. If you don't trust yourself, you can't trust them. If you don't love you, you can't love them. If you don't have no value or investment in you, you cannot put investment and value in somebody else. So whatever you do to yourself, you're going to do to the other person. I mean, come on, you can't treat nobody better than you treat you. I mean, because you only got you. You think I'm going to feed somebody else steak and I'm going to eat potato chips and a hot dog? Heck no. I'm going to give you the good Coca-Cola and I'm going to drink lukewarm Kool-Aid? Come on, man. Let's get for real with this thing. Having a child with the wrong person. Having a child with the wrong person. That can be quite messy, and it has been messy with a lot of people. You having a long-term commitment with a short-term fun thing is not good because you're responsible for this child for the rest of his or her life. And you got to take that seriously. You don't want to have a long-term commitment with somebody that's part-time, somebody you just met over the weekend. Now you're trying to have a child and a family together. Let's be for real. Once again, if you have any questions or you want to give me feedback, you can always email me at rcw112@yahoo.com. Once again, you can email me at rcw112@yahoo.com or weldonr112@gmail.com, weldonr12@gmail.com. And like I said, you do not want to have a child with the wrong person, because child support, you might go to child support court. They might cut you a check every other week. But if that child don't know who his family is, that money don't mean nothing. What's a couple $100 a month and the child don't know who the father is and his people, where he come from, his genes. Remember, you can't plant seeds everywhere, because those seeds are going to grow into trees or fruit or grass or whatever. Weeds. You don't want no weeds. Nobody don't want no weeds. So you got to be careful where you plant your seeds and who you plant seeds with and who you let play in your garden. I'm just saying, you got to be careful with these kind of things. You can't do it alone. I know you got to, this is my child. I can raise it all by myself. You was a liar. The truth ain't in you. You cannot raise a child by yourself. You're going to need some help, because you can't do it all by yourself. Because if you got a job, you got to have somebody to watch this child. If you get sick, you got to have somebody to take care of this child. And if the child gets sick while you at work, somebody got to take care of this child. You're going to have to ask somebody for advice. Your mama, your auntie, your grandmama, your uncle, your granddaddy. You cannot do this alone. It's impossible. This is a job greater than you. I know you say you say, well, it's my child. I can do it by myself. No, you can't do it by yourself. Don't be foolish. Be wise in your decision-making process. Understanding the past issues of the family tree. Understand why your child is acting the way he's acting, because maybe somebody in other generations had a little bit of issues, and it got passed down from generation to generation. Know the background of what you're dealing with. Don't jump in this thing over the nigga talking about, I'm in love. And what does love have to do with anything? So once again, if you have any questions and you want to be a guest call-in, call me at 646-915-9934. Once again, that's 646-915-9934. For those who write kind of slow, I can do that for you one more again. That's 646-915-9934 if you want to be a guest call-in. The show is live every Monday at 5 p.m. on Blog Talk Radio. So I hope that you call in. This is the part where I think disobedience comes into play more so than anything. Half-truths and whole lies. Once again, half-truths mean not the whole truth, a little bit of the truth, and whole lies. If a person is telling you something and you look at their resume and the resume do not fit what they're saying, something is a lie. Either the resume is a lie or they are lying. And that's what you call a half-truth. Not all the way to a whole lie, but it's not always the whole truth. And some people can't tell you the whole truth because they never been able to in their whole life was able to tell you the whole truth on anything. They can always tell you the half of the story, and you can't base a good decision off a half. You need to know the whole truth. You need to know where this thing going, how we plan to get there, what are your goals, how you plan to reach these goals, and are these goals realistic and attainable? Whole lies. This person telling you, you know what, I want me a career, but I cannot leave my PlayStation alone, and I cannot stop smoking this weed, and I cannot stop drinking, and I'm too stupid to pull up my pants and put a belt in them. Whole truth, whole lie, half truth. Boy, I tell you, dating now ain't what it used to be, and you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to know everything that's going on in this whole dating game. You can't be caught up because she looked cute or he looked cute or he got a nice car, he got rims on it. You can't go by that. You need to know the whole truth. And the whole everything. For example, he got a nice car and nice rims, but he lived with his mama and them. That's the truth of the situation. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but you need to know this thing. You thinking, oh man, they got it going. You do not want to get caught up in a person that can't help pay no bills. They can tell you they're going to help pay some bills, but if they don't help you pay no bills, that ain't the whole truth. That's a half truth. You just got to be careful of what you're getting into. It's not good to be misled by beauty and looks because that's not everything. That's just the out of appearance. You want somebody that's hardworking, can't handle bills, know how to run a household, somebody that got your back through sickness, health, financial crisis, death, anything that might come up in a relationship or in life in general. You gonna want somebody that got your back, and that's what you need. You don't need to go by the outer appearance of, man, that girl got a banging body. I mean, that's cool, but she could be stupid as ever. 2 plus 2, 4 times 4. Can you read and write? I mean, let's be real. You gotta look at the whole resume. Can this girl actually hold down a job? Can this dude hold down a job? Or are they trying to get a career going? Or they just want to be stuck on a job? It's a difference in the two. A job and a career is two different things. What is this person's passion? And do they have any passion? Where do they see themselves at in the next couple of years? Do they want to own a house? Do they want to rent? Do they want to save? Do they want to invest? That stuff is important, people. Actions speak louder than words. They really do. If you meet a decent person that can hold down themselves and pay their bills, you know things are hard. They might not pay them all the way on time, but they can keep a roof over their head, keep their lights on, keep their bills going, and help you out, and you can help them out. That's all it's all about, a partnership. Don't be disobedient to your inner self. Don't go out and say, I don't want this kind of person, because God has given you what you asked for. You being disobedient and going out and finding what you want. That's where a lot of the headache comes from. Disobedience, like I said, can be very expensive. God has given you the answer. He's giving you the food that you need, but you don't want that. You want the leeks and the onions. You ain't good with the manna coming from heaven. You got the chefs in heaven cooking you food. Man, that ain't good enough. I want the leeks and the onions, what I'm used to. I'm used to somebody dogging me out, cheating on me, beating me up, lying, stealing my cars, stealing my money. And you think that's a relationship? You think that's love? That ain't no relationship. That ain't no love. You got this other person over here picking you up, making sure your car is right. You getting your car oil changed. They're making sure you got food in your belly. They're making sure you got money in your pocket. They're making sure they got gas in your car. They're doing all the things that is required for them to do for you, but that's not good enough. You be like, Lord, can this be too true? You've been praying for this for a long time, and when you finally got your answer, you turn your back on it because it ain't what you're used to. Chaos and confusion is nothing to get used to. That's the abnormal life. Ain't nothing normal about that. That's crazy. You got women passing by your house, busting your windows, cussing you out. That's not normal. That's not a relationship. That's a mess. People got to realize one thing. A relationship is supposed to build you up and make you a better person. It's not supposed to stress you out and tear you down, having you smoking, and you ain't never smoked a day in your life, but you so in love. You ain't in love. You in love with the idea of being in love. You don't know what love really is. Like I say, you got to have love for self first. You cannot love somebody else if you don't love yourself first. How does that work? You want them to love you like you love you. You don't even love you. You being foolish. What are you really, if you're not willing to invest in yourself to make you a better person, how you think the other person going to treat you? So you want them to invest in you when you don't invest in yourself? You know how silly you sound? You sound like a hot behind mess. And that's what's wrong with the world today. People that are messy, getting in messy relationships, and they're a mess. A mess and a mess equal up to a mess. It ain't going to get no better. I mean, 1 plus 1 is always going to be 2. 3 plus 3 is always going to be 6. You're not going to do no new kind of math and think 1 plus 1 is going to go a whole another number. No. 1 plus 1 is always going to be 2. It was 1 plus 1 equal 2 50 years ago, 25 years ago. 1 plus 1 is 2. 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Today, 1 plus 1 is 2. I'm just saying. I went that far back to show you that things through time don't change. Some things never change, and some people never change. You can't get with a person that don't like to change because that means you're stuck. You don't want to be stuck with a stuck person. That means you ain't going nowhere and they ain't going nowhere. Wow. One more thing. When you dress any kind of way you ask for it, what goes your way? And ladies, if you're 300 plus pounds, no leggings. Please, no leggings. Don't lie to yourself. That is not sexy at all. Tights are not made for everybody. I'm just going to keep it real. So please call me in at 5 o'clock every Monday on Food for the Soul at 646-915-9934, 646-915-9934 to call in. Once again, 646-915-9934. Email me with questions or feedback, weldonr112@gmail.com, weldonr12@gmail.com, or rcw112@yahoo.com. Let me slow it down. Email me if you got any questions or feedback, like any of my topics, at Weldon, WELDON, or 112@gmail.com. Or you can always email me at rcw112@yahoo.com. This has been Food for Your Soul. Please check out my blog, Food for the Soul, new recipes, and I start a new segment called The Single Life that's talking about the single life and the things I have questions about and wonder how could that be. So please enjoy everything that I'm doing, and remember, Food for the Soul is brought to you by Chef Ramon Clayton Weldon. And remember this, keep praying for each other, be encouraged, never give up, keep loving your heart, and remember, God do answer prayers, and He do answer blessings. And we know that everything might not look the way you want to look, but it will be better. So keep your head up. And remember, love break every chain. Love all y'all. Keep listening to the show every Monday at 5. This has been Food for the Soul. Once again, it went by so quick. Love everybody. So check me out next Monday at 5. Love you. Peace.
Lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday to Shantae Bonaparte. Happy birthday, girl. I hope you enjoy your day on St. Patty's Day. Keep your head up. Much love. Once again, happy birthday to Shantae Bonaparte.
Lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Oh, Cadillac with the bows and the whip. White on white like a ghost in the script. Nigga drive slow when we in this bitch. Fresher than the pillow that holds his mint.
Remember, disobedience also leads you to a jail, prison, getting fired from a job, getting into trouble. If your parents tell you to do something, they tell you to do it because it's out of love. So please, disobedience can be very expensive. Remember that. Listen to when somebody talks to you. You don't know all the answers. Your parents been here for a minute. Your grandparents been here for a minute. They're not slow. They might not be as simple as you think they are, but they know some things. So please, don't be disobedient. Be obedient.
Lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Oh, Cadillac with the bows and the whip. White on white like a ghost in the script. Nigga drive slow when we in this bitch. Fresher than the pillow that holds his mint. Nigga drive slow when we in this bitch. No need for tendency in this shit. Black on white interracial shit. I guess we all guilty cause we in this bitch. Chrome wheels, I got a sex appeal. I love it when my dick's not hard and heels. Candy coat the range off the door for real. You know it looks to kill, she wouldn't murder. No makeup like a word you never heard of. Means she natural, sitting low. Bad chicks, so we riding slow. When the sun is out, you know the paint can glow. You know she spark attention that I failed to mention. Hook these bitches like we out here fishing. That right there is some country shit. My niggas sit high up the country, bitch. Swerving through, I run a curve a few. You know, pulling these bitches, you know I burn them too. You know we live this life, you know no matter the price. Because nigga, this is what we do. Swerve.
Go deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Four deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down, cause the beat knock, you got the whole watch it like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac doors. Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac doors.
Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac doors.
Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac doors.
So we stepping out, wonder who we are and they talk about. In a different zone, that's a higher route. Kush for cologne cause they burn it out. Mama, this the shit that you talked about. A nigga so fly that he's facing out. Didn't smoke shit but I'm geeking out. Am I that high? That's without a doubt.
Yeah. You high nigga. My nigga. Feel that nigga. Swerve. Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac dope. Four deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Four deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Cause the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Please keep checking out my blog. It's growing every day.
Lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Four deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Cause the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Oh, Cadillac with the bows and the whip. White on white like a ghost in the script. Nigga drive slow when we in this bitch. Fresher than the pillow that holds his mint. Nigga drive slow when we in this bitch. No need for tendency in this shit. Black on white interracial shit. I guess we all guilty cause we in this bitch. Chrome wheels, I got a sex appeal. I love it when my chick not hard and heels. Candy cut the rings off the soul for real. You know it looks to kill. She wouldn't murder. No makeup like a word you never heard of. Mean she natural, sitting low. Bad chicks, so we riding slow. When the sun is out, you know the paint can glow. You know she spark attention that I failed to mention. Hook these bitches like we out here fishing. That right there is some country shit. My niggas sit high up the country, bitch. Swerving through, I run a curve a few. You know, pulling these bitches, you know I bird or two. You know we live this life, you know no matter the price. Because nigga, this is what we do. Swerve.
Four deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Got the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through. Four deeper, we switching lanes. Old school, so let the music play. System loud, won't turn it down. Cause the beat knocking, got the whole watching like Every time we ride through. Every time we ride through.
Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac doors. Pull up to the club, send me Cadillac doors.
Pull up to the club, let me Cadillac doors.
Pull up to the club, let me Cadillac doors.
So we stepping out, wonder who we are and they talk about. In a different zone, that's a higher route. Kush for cologne cause they burn it out. Mama, this the shit that you talked about. A nigga so fly that he's facing out. Didn't smoke shit but I'm geeking out. Am I that high? That's without a doubt.
Yeah.